What you doing? I'm your Otakutainment, the AC Stories with this very special Otakutainment hauls. I am very excited for what I got. I've been waiting for it. I think since May when it originally came out or was announced that it was going to be a physical copy of this. The manaa from ONSOL-GO. This is, the Zero Edition. I already opened it because I want to make sure I had a very good idea of what I was going to say about it. So, first off, they're not fucking around with packaging. To be honest, it's maybe a silly thing. Maybe it's just me saying a bunch of crap, but I'm always worried about packages, especially books getting here. So the extra security, love it. Already bonus points. So, look at this beauty. This is the physical copy of ONSOL-GO's sample or experiment issue 0. I don't know. Yeah, issue volume 0, number 0, May 2024 edition. Ooh, and part of this was also coming with some prints, which I'm going to go over first because they're cool and I like them. And one of them is confusing. It's just such nice packaging and so well maintained, especially when you're sending prints with just like individual prints like this. It feels like such a risk, and I'm always going to be worried about stuff like this of whether it's going to get here in good shape, and it did. I'm so pleased about that because I've had so many books that just not ruined but definitely beat up. A poster that you can't see that I've got in the mail that's just got beat up. These are all nice, all in really good condition, and just a bunch here. I don't remember if they actually said what you would be getting or how many. I expected like maybe 1 or 2 prints, something similar to this, which is also the middle of the actual volume itself. Oh, it's so nice. A lot of these I'm going to have to find places to hang up because I don't have much wall space anymore. I could put it around my One Piece, somewhere around there. But they are nice. Some postcard size. I guess that's what they're called. Ooh, I didn't check. Maybe one from each series. I'm not sure. All really good quality. This one I want to save for last. Ooh. This one I love. At first I thought it was a sticker. If it is a sticker, I'm too stupid to figure out how to get it off. But it's also nice, and it also has a 3 out of 3 out of that. I don't know what that means. A lot of this stuff feels like collectible, not like gotcha stuff, but it feels like someone else has a similar print that's a little different. That of any of these really, like everyone could have a different something, especially when it comes to whatever this is. It looks like a page was just torn out of one. It's thicker paper than what the actual volume is. So, and it's even more confusing because the whole page is about not being able to read this. I don't know. It feels like a joke. It feels like someone took the first volume of the story, blanking on the name, I'm sorry. It's the first, I know it's the first one in the issue. And I already found out where this is in the first chapter. But it seems like a joke. And maybe someone took the entire first chapter, ripped out the pages of whatever the actual book is, and somebody else out there has the other pages of these. And this is either an accident or it's one of the neatest things. That I just think it's cool if it's not an accident. If it's an accident, then it's just funny to me. I'm very confused about it. Those are the prints. I'll find somewhere to put them. I'm trying to be more of that type of person that hangs stuff up. There's even more in front of me on this wall. All my Junji Ito stuff's hung up already, so I definitely need an ONSOL-GO wall somewhere. It's a small office. I want to be in picture though. Maybe I am gonna put it. Maybe I'll move the One Piece poster because it's not doing much. That's another one that got damaged, but that's for moving. Now, the real star, the real beauty of all of this, the actual volume, and ooh, do I have a lot to say about this. Whew, look at it, thick boy. This isn't going to be a review of the stories themselves because each chapter could be a review on its own. It's more of the quality and thoughts, opinions, stuff like that. Initial impression of this book. Which there's really not too much to say against it. There's a lot to say for it. First of all, just without even opening it, it has a very unique format. I watched an Instagram feed of them putting some of these together, and it's neat. These are literally made by hand. I guess printed Beat Dead Horse Publishing, I think, is also who I'm assuming published the actual pages. I don't know exactly. I need to look up more who that is, but literally put together by hand. And the formatting for the book itself is unique. It's slightly bigger than a volume of manga, of course smaller than magazines, definitely thicker than magazines, and almost the same thickness of a manga. So it's literally what I would think of as, like a child, a mix between a book of manga and a comic book. And the weirdness comes though with the actual pages that's sticking out. It's kind of hard to see unless you're holding it, but they stick out beyond the cover, and for some reason, I'm trying hard to be like, why would you do this? But I like it. I think it's so unique, and the book itself is just so different than what you see from typical books that I'm like, why can't I not like this? Because in all sense, it's weird, and me being very picky with how my books line up and sit on shelves and everything, this won't bother. I have deep shelves, so this sticking out won't bother me. I do wish this is more the comic book side of thing. I do like being able to look at spines, but I don't need it. I'll be able to place it on the shelf and know exactly which one it is anyways, because I'm the one putting them on there. But the cover feels nice. It does feel nice. It's big, even for my bigger hands. These are Wii U controller pad holding hands. I love giant controllers. This feels good to me. I don't know if me holding it really expresses how big this or how thick this actually is, but size matter. Yeah, okay. Anyways, moving on to that. Now, of course, the series are great. The little nitpicky stuff. Oh, here's the inside spread. Just like I mentioned with the print, the very middle, you can barely even see the staples, really. It doesn't matter that much. Okay, anyways, nitpicky stuff for this. The quality's great. This has nothing, it doesn't affect the reading of it anyways. I think it's how they actually print the pages inside. Some of the problems I have with manga is once you get to like the middle, the crease in between, it kind of, you would worry about having to open it too much in order to be able to read that. You don't have the problem with this. I don't know maybe it is how it's, actually structured like this. It helps the pages open up easier, so you don't have to worry about, creasing the spine or anything, because you don't have any problem with the middle cutting off pages. So that's great. Initially though, just looking at the contents, Gold Rush, that's the name of it. Sorry, I knew it was gold something. The content, that's not it. The contents isn't in order. That doesn't matter that much. Just something I noticed right away when I was reading it. I've already read the online edition, so I already knew what it was. I never paid attention to the contents until I held the actual book. And then the thing I will be most picky about and a little disappointed in is, okay, manaa can be left to right, right to left. No problem with that, as long as it's called manaa. And it says this is the right to left edition, and it says be sure to read the left to right edition, which I think the online one now is only left to right. I thought they had two versions of it. When I went back to check, I couldn't find the right to left version. And it has the same problem I'm about to say. This is the left to right versions of this. The pages themselves are laid out right to left, but you still have to read them left to right. And that is something I hate more than people try and call left to right comics manga. I don't get why this is a thing, because in the right to left mana in here, which is the second half of the book. That's formatted correctly. I'm so confused. And I saw in their little stream that I watched with them, they were saying something about this. I couldn't exactly pick up what they meant by it until I could actually look at the physical copy. So they know the problem and they're going to work on that. My assumption was with the physical copy, the left to right mana would be starting on the left side of the book. That way you can open it up, read, halfway point, that's all the left to right. Then on the other side, starting right to left, you can open it up and it'll be all the right to left mana. And I don't know if they thought about that. I don't know if that makes printing any more difficult. I feel like it shouldn't. It's probably already a difficult process to print something like this anyways. So that's probably going to be working on it. But if you did that, half of it being, and it's already half of it is left to right, half of it's right to left, just put the right to left on the right side. You open it up just like manga. There it is. Go to the left side, open it up, there's the left to right one. Just like any other kind of comic. So I don't know the thought behind this. I just thought that was cool. And then you wouldn't even have an end to this. That would be cool. Either way is the beginning of this story or this volume, and you don't have an end point. Technically, I guess the middle could be the end point. I think there's slightly more page-wise with the left to rights. But yeah, and I think they're working on that. But that's the thing that bugs me the most than anything. Other little nitpick thing is just the paper is slightly too transparent. You can see through the page very clearly. And manga has the same problem. It's just not as obvious as this. The paper is nice quality. It's good paper. It's just maybe too thin, or maybe it's because it's just pure white paper where manga kind of has like a slightly off-white kind of, so it kind of helps hide the lines on the other side of the page. But I think that's it. There's really not much else like to nitpick at this. Yeah, it's a unique book. I'm really liking it. I don't know what the plan for the physical version of the first issue, volume 1, is going to be. I think I heard them talk about it, that it's in the works. It did take them a while to get this out. This is May edition. It's already July. Obviously, I said they made it literally by hand, so that's understandable. That's not even really a problem because, I mean, it's easier to put stuff out digitally. But definitely keep up with it. ONSOL-GO. If you haven't heard of it, it's... Oh, I guess I could. I still need to just do a whole video on ONSOL-GO of mana in general. But yeah, I think the company is mainly based out of Chicago. But yeah, it's just bringing the influences of Eastern comics and manga to the meeting Western comics, graphic novels, stuff like that. So really cool idea. I'm fully behind it. They do monthly magazine. They have a digital edition also. It's $3.99 a month. It's really not bad. Oh, also, there's little interviews and stuff in here too. Of course, there's even coloring pages. There's a whole lot of extra stuff in here. This is like a full-fledged magazine, a full-fledged book. Calling it a magazine seems like not enough. It's more than just a magazine. There's a lot going on in it. Coloring pages, interviews, comments from authors. It's interesting. It's not typical stories. It's not just manga. It's not just mana. There's one of the stories that it's so much more impactful, and it's a day in the life of Blue Madane. And it's a lot more impactful to actually get the physical copy because it's literally, it takes up the whole page, and it's just seeing it. And it reminds me of, I guess it's almost reviewing a story. It just reminds me almost like a comic strip in a newspaper, except for bigger, different, maybe something you would see on Adult Swim late night. But there's just a lot of cool stuff going on here. I could keep just bragging about it, and just going on. But it's really cool. Check it out. onsolgo.online. If you want to look at this, the volume itself was $25. How much was this? 25, 23, 20 something. Which it was shipping also. discount for being a subscriber, stuff like that. A whole lot of stuff. They're doing a lot of stuff. It's a big operation. I don't think that many people doing it. So check them out. I'm going to try to stop rambling and just mess around with these a lot more. But that is it for this Otakutainment hauls. Like I said, check it out if you want to. If you already have, let's talk more about ONSOL-GO, all the stuff they're doing there. But yeah, I want to thank my Ko-fi members, myself, Julio Vasquez, and Vix Labs. If you want to support me, myself, you can sign up to my Ko-fi. But that's it for this Otakutainment hauls. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your Otakutainer, the AC Stories. Until next time, bye.